Warning, if you are a trustee or a beneficiary under a trust, if you're a probate administrator, if you're a personal representative, you need to listen to this video. The United States financial system is going to collapse, and you need to start taking steps right now to protect yourself. Now, you will see tons and tons of videos out there and tons of information if you're in the financial world, and that's, somebody that's got a stock account either personally or this one is specifically directed at people in the probate and the trust world. And again, you will see tons of information out there from every expert in the world that talks about what happens when you take grandmom's trust. It's got $5 million in it or whatever. You're the trustee. Your job as the trustee is to manage it for the donor class down here, the grandkids or whatever else. And the job is super simple and streamlined because you go to the attorney says, go put it with Charles Schwab, go put it with Vanguard. It sticks in the stock market, and over the last couple of years, the stock market's been great. So what the hell am I talking about when I say the stock market is going to collapse, the American financial system is going to collapse, and what are the implications for you as a trustee, personal representative, attorney representing the personal representative, or on this donor class down here? Well, it's real simple. The stock market's gone up. Take your money off the table now. If you're a trustee, if you're a personal representative, and you're charged with distributing grandmom's money, it's gone up. Congratulations. You've done well. You're the winner. Why are you not diversifying? Pulling some of that money out of equities, that's the stock market, and putting it somewhere where it's more safe. What would that look like? Well, again, if you look at the upward graph and you see up to 50,000, that's a good thing. When you got several $1 million, why are you not pulling $1 million out and maybe investing in real estate or something like that right now? Now, I think there's going to be a massive collapse and it's going to hit all sectors. But if I were a trustee managing a $5 million family trust, I would call up my financial advisor, my broker, and I would say, I'm pulling money out. And particularly if you live in a region, like let's say you live, somewhere in Florida, the idea that you would pull money out of the equity market and go and plunk it down on some family property, under most trusts, that would be perfectly permissible. In fact, that would be absolutely advisable when your job as the trustee is to protect the family money. So why wouldn't you honor granddad's legacy by pulling some of that money out of the stock market that the grandkids don't really benefit that much off anyway, and buying an estate on the water, on a river, near the beach, something like that, and then truly honoring grandmom and granddad's legacy, mom, dad's legacy, by building a family home where the family can get together. This is an interesting subject. It makes such common sense, right? And yet it's never talked about by the financial planners, by anybody involved in this industry, because there's not a lot of money in it for them. The entire industry, beginning with the federal tax code that encourages all this money to go in there, encourages trustees, personal representatives, people that are in the business of managing, holding someone else's money for the donor class. It encourages them all to just put it into this account and just watch that little green graph. But I want you to open up your aperture if you're a personal representative, if you're a trustee, if you're the one that's been entrusted with this money by grandma and granddad, and they trusted you to nurture that money and to take care of these people down here, the grandkids, the people that maybe weren't as responsible as you. And think about what it would mean to grandmom and granddad for you to buy that ski house in Colorado, to buy that property near a lake in Florida. And think about honoring granddad's legacy by having a cabin there that the family went and met on. Having a cabin there that anyone down here in the donor class had the opportunity to go to and think about and bring their family and their friends. This post is the first of many that I'm going to do about opening your eyes if you're in the beneficiary class over here, if you're in the donor class over here, whichever class you're in. These posts are going to be about opening your eyes to your responsibilities as trustee, as personal representative, as attorney for these people, and alerting you to what possibilities exist. And I would argue with you the responsibilities to do more with this money that's locked up in financial institutions than just let it sit there in a financial account. Now, there's part of the warning here, and the reason why I'm talking about this is not all sunshine and butterflies. I absolutely believe that in short order, that line that went up like this in your stock market account and your trust account is going to come, if not harrowing down, crashing down. And obviously, there's lots of economic reasons for that. Principally, the collapse of the American dollar. Principally, the fact that 40 of the biggest nations around the world are avoiding the United States trading system right now because of what's happening in this country. Because that financial institutions all around the world, the private funds that have invested trillions of dollars into the United States equities market, are all running for the exits. So when we know that this is happening, like you're the trustee, you're the one responsible for grandmom's pot of money and holding it for these people down here, you have a duty to secure and protect that money. That means diversifying it, getting it out. You want to hear something really wacky? If you got a big enough trust, 5 million, 10 million, I would absolutely be taking some of that money and buying something in somewhere like Canada. The ability to buy a property up in Canada and someplace that's going to be a lot more stable. And again, with the concept being that this is family property, estate property, that you could go up there and that the rest of the family could go and enjoy. That's something I want you thinking about if you're a trustee or a beneficiary.